Well, hello there, Professor Barry here. Just want to provide a little bit of information about the discussion boards, a little bit about the goals of the discussion boards, kind of what we're after, and just some logistical kind of stuff. Not too complicated, but just want to walk through some things. I have taught online classes over the years, different ways, trying to figure out what's the best method for discussion boards. Some students really appreciate the opportunity. Others, it's just another hoop to jump through. So I think I found a balance in here somewhere between trying to meet the needs uh, of students that have diverse interest in terms of this particular platform or technology. So usually it's like every week there's some discussion board thing going on. One week it's a discussion board post. Usually it's an application of something that we've been working on. Sometimes it's like an additional article and you're making an application. Sometimes it's a reflection. So that's your original post, and those are due on Sunday nights. So like on week 2, for example, as you'll see here, week 2, there's a discussion board post due on this particular date. So on a Sunday, and then those are all the posts are due then, and then a full week later, the following Sunday, is responding to 2 peers. So what I'm kind of looking for is like with the posts that you're making the application or providing a nice review of the material, thought-provoking, concise, all the good things in terms of quality writing and trying to capture the question or the idea really well. And then the peer responses is more than just, hey, great job. Really appreciate sort of what you wrote there, which is great to put out there. Nothing wrong with that, but it's adding to the conversation. So, if a student wrote, a nice long paragraph describing neoliberalism and their connection to the article, there's going to be a lot of repetition among all of us in terms of like we have one prompt, we're all writing that one prompt. So there may not be a lot of variability, but just some things like, oh, hey, like your discussion of that particular item, I appreciated you mentioning this. I think it's a really key idea of that particular perspective. You mentioned this in your response. How about this as well? Feel free to ask questions back. And then incorporate some of your own viewpoints and perspectives, perhaps, or information from previous term or previous weeks in the course, or ideas that are in the class that were not in that post. So just demonstrating engagement and an involvement. Okay, so that's kind of the overall goal is well, I guess I never established the goal. The goal is to provide a platform to work with the material that we're working on, to showcase your ideas with others in class, and to be able to engage in some connection with other people from the class. So reading other people's posts is valuable and beneficial. You can make a look at theirs in relationship to yours. You can see what's being covered. You can see, there's a lot of learning going on in that space. So I think there's good value there. And then just a way to connect by providing peer responses. If you missed the original discussion board post, I mean, you could respond. You could make that post a few days later. There's going to be a 25% deduction for that. After the discussion board responses are due, as far as the peer responses, the discussion board closes. So if somebody missed the post, let's say on week 2, then they completed it 3 days later, they'd have 25% off for the post. And then the following Sunday, all the 2 peer responses are due. If somebody misses those 2 peer responses on that day, there's no going back, because students aren't going to be obligated to go back and read other people's peer responses, and I'll be grading them. So just keep that in mind as well. Pretty straightforward as far as discussion board. You probably know how to do it. Just kind of click on it. I don't know if I'm in student view or not, but it'll look something like this. It'll give you the information and the due dates, hit reply. So here's like the post is due on the 19th, the 2 peer responses are due on the 26th, hit reply, put your content in there, and that's all good. All right, that's all I have. Just wanted to share that with you, a little bit about the expectations, and then just keeping in mind, as with everything in class, principles of community. So being respectful, being mindful of difference, definitely own your own viewpoint, express your values and your ideas, for sure. And then realize this is a public forum. Different people have different values, beliefs, and ideas maybe than your own. I'm sure we all do, right? And then not only do I think we all do, it's being respectful of those differences, advancing your own ideas, and also being respectful of those who may have different approaches. All right. Hope all is going well. Have a great rest of your day.